So we have a project that is focused on figuring out how to make the process of revitalizing legacy rail cheaper. We're bringing technology from our lab to make the inspection of rail a lot easier and more cost-effective.
So to give you an idea of some of the magnitude of the financial hurdles that the railroad industry is facing, in Seattle, they're currently extending their light rail line by about 4 miles right now. And at the end of the day, this is going to cost just under $2 billion per mile to develop this new light rail track. And that's where this idea of legacy rail comes in. But when we say legacy rail, we're referring to underutilized or abandoned rail across the country. So our idea is, why don't we leverage these existing rails that already have firm and established right-of-way access and try to work with those right-of-way partners to revitalize and use this railroad. This project is part of the National Science Foundation Civic Innovation Challenge, which is a really unique program that NSF offers that really tries to reverse the script of how research is carried out in collaboration and partnership with communities. So this type of project is broken down into two primary pieces, Stage 1 and Stage 2, where you can think of Stage 1 as really being that planning grant. And what was so exciting about the prospect of this project was that Stage 1 was really dedicated to funding the researchers and the community members to sit down with each other and really formulate a robust research vision for the pilot project that would come if they get Stage 2. So another really exciting part of our Stage 1 project was the development, translation, and implementation of some sensing technologies that we've been developing for a couple years now into pop-up metro vehicles.
Another interesting thing about this technology, in addition to detecting broken rail, it can be used to assess the conditions of existing rail. So this decreases costs significantly, and it's part of the objective of the project. Phase 2 is really where the rubber meets the road, and we were awarded Phase 2. We're starting it now. It's a 1-year sort of pilot project where we put together everything that we planned in the area of Philadelphia. And the idea is to put the rail revitalization project in place and also to give community and other people interested in this across the US with the ability to replicate this.
To give you some insight into how we're trying to scale this across the country, part of our Stage 2 project, in addition to actually carrying out this pilot and doing this deployment, and in doing so, try to generate interest from communities who stand to benefit from this. So when we look at the future of rail in our country as costing billions of dollars per mile to be able to develop or to be able to revitalize these legacy rail for, again, we're doing 1.6 miles for under $1 million. Our opportunity to be able to scale this nationally is just really unprecedented.
The most exciting part of this work is to work directly with communities, directly with right-of-way owners and the actual people using it to see all the effort that we've been putting in place in action. I also think that there's a connection that needs to be mentioned between the legacy of our region here with the rail industry and how we see this particular project as sort of charting new pathways into the future of how the rail industry will behave going forward. And I'm very glad to be a part of that renaissance of the railroad industry.